My name is Rick Renner, and I want to talk to you about a ministry called the House of Mercy. But before I tell you about House of Mercy, first, I want to tell you about a few serious problems we deal with in the city of Moscow. According to the Social Programs Department, Moscow has 4,300 registered orphans. This number includes children with no parents at all, as well as children that the government has taken away from abusive parents. Many of these children are addicted to glue or drugs and enter into a life of crime at a very early age. And according to governmental sources and the official website of UNICEF, there's somewhere between 2,000 and 7,000 homeless children living on the streets of Moscow, plus 100,000 homeless adults. Though Moscow has 8 state shelters that accommodate 1,000 homeless people every day, that still leaves almost 100,000 people living on the streets. The temperatures in the winter can drop very low as 36 minus Fahrenheit, and it forces these homeless people to look for any space that provides refuge from the freezing temperatures. I'm talking about people living in abandoned attics, in burned out buildings, in the sewage system, close to hot water pipes of any kind, in derelict buildings, in basements, in bus and train stations, rummaging for food in trash cans and garbage cans. They are really fortunate if they might be given one meal a day at a nonprofit organization that feeds the homeless. The effect of alcohol really adds to all these problems. There are 5 million alcoholics in Russia, and though it sounds hard to believe, there are 11,500 children in Moscow who are alcoholics. But the unofficial sources state the number of child alcoholics could actually be closer to 20,000. These problems are so immense that no government in the world could ever meet these needs alone. That's why ministries like the House of Mercy is so very important, to reach out and to touch and rescue those in desperate need. In 2002, a woman named Lalit, a committed Christian and mother of 3, saw the need of homeless people in Moscow. God literally reached into her heart and convinced her she could save some of these kids. So she crawled under train tracks, into sewage pipes, over heaps of garbage, searching for children who were living on Moscow's streets. That year, as the winter approached and the temperatures began to drop, Lalit took in as many kids as possible, letting them sleep on the floor of her 1-bedroom apartment. Since that time, the House of Mercy has become a large and significant ministry. It has a feeding ministry that provides thousands of hot meals every month to people on the streets. And I assure you that every person who receives a meal also hears about the love of Christ. It has a family-style orphanage. House of Mercy is really the official guardian of 11 street kids that they've adopted, and now those street kids are growing up in a loving environment where they're cared for by a dedicated staff. House of Mercy conducts a church service for the homeless. Many street kids and homeless adults won't attend church because they're embarrassed of the way they're dressed or the way they spell. Sometimes they're just afraid they'll be rejected. So through these special services, homeless people are able to be reached by the House of Mercy. And in addition to all that, the House of Mercy regularly ministers at 10 orphanages, 4 state shelters, 3 remedial schools, a boarding school, a mental hospital, and a prison for youth. I hope this just gives you a little insight to the House of Mercy. This ministry is a part of Renner Ministries, and the Moscow Good News Church oversees it. We provide the finances for it and count it as one of our most important local ministries. If you'd like to make a donation or become a monthly giver to help us underwrite the cost of our work with the House of Mercy, please click the donate button and it will tell you what to do next. If you choose the automatic debit option, your contribution can be automatically debited to your card each month on the day you specify. Many people like that option because it's automatic and it helps them never forget to give. and we promise to keep you informed about how your gift is touching lives. If you have a question that you'd like to ask about our work with the House of Mercy, please use the email screen right on this page, and once you're done writing your comment or your question, just hit send, and it will go to the appropriate person to answer your question. It won't take long, and you'll have a response in your email box. But wait. Before you do anything else, I want to ask you to please click the link below called The Boy Who Barked. It's an article about a boy discovered in Moscow who was raised by dogs until the age of 6. When he was found, he walked on his hands, walked on his knees, and he barked like a dog. The government assigned House of Mercy as his legal guardian, and today he's one of the brightest boys in our Sunday school at the Moscow Good News Church. His story is so amazing that one of Russia's most important TV channels even covered the story. If you'd like to read the article about him or see a video we produced about what God has done in his life, please use the links on this page.